G'day, just in the office. Little Bub's just sleeping there next door, so I just wanted to make this video quickly before we get into today's action. Got this delivered, looking forward to trialling it out. For all the hardcore YouTubers out there, they're probably going to laugh at me throwing in a little adapter like this on my phone, but I've just found the audio quality coming through, especially on mobile devices, isn't as crisp as it does on playback off the phone, if you know what I mean. So when it converts to YouTube, it's a bit tinny. So it's just a little thing that I'm trying to improve the sound quality of the videos, and hopefully that comes across. So I'm going to plug this in now, and I'll get back to you in a second. Hopefully we can compare the audio quality. So cheers, just getting this set up for editing. And don't mind the beer, that's just for me. So this is it. This comes off the end there. Hopefully it's picking up the audio. I'll just have a quick listen before we edit anything more, but otherwise it's yeah, just something I found on eBay. There was other ones like Bluetooth versions, but this was just sort of plug and play, which is what I'm hoping. You know, you just don't read the instructions, just hopefully it plugs and plays. Should be fine. Yep, it says plug and play on it right there. So should work. And let's just see how the audio quality comes through. Not a bad drop this if you ever need it too. And by need it, you know what I mean. Some days you definitely need it. So we'll get into this, rock and roll, get this edited, all out to you guys. It's going to be talking about social media and how to utilise it in the most efficient ways that I've found, and that works for our business. So trial it in yours and see what happens. Cheers, bye. Morning. Alright, just a quick one today. We're flat out, so I just wanted to make mention of something I've been trialling lately for myself and the business, and finding out what's going to work social media wise. A lot of people have been asking, because of our presence on there, the amount of likes we have on our pages, and how did you do it, why, reasons as to why, and do you do the pages and the groups and things like that. So initially, every single day I was on them groups. When I started out, it was the driving force, and continually still is. Now I've trialled recently by not doing postings to the pages probably for the last, or at least a good month, maybe longer, and the calls have slowed right down. When I was posting on there consistently, even though some calls weren't exactly what I was after, it still was driving everything. It just got organic reach, which is what you want. You don't want to be paying for it and having it as an ad. People tend to scroll past the sponsored ones a lot more than they do the organic reach ones. So with that I'm talking Facebook, Instagram, and any other type of social media platform that you want to use. But for me and our business, it's been Facebook mainly. Instagram now, since joining, has now taken over for the engagement, but still not really getting work from Instagram like I do Facebook, because typically the client market, they're on Facebook, not Instagram. So I've spoken about this in depth a little bit in previous videos, but I wanted to discuss that and say, if you're not in groups, get in there now for your business and just watch everything take off. So I'm speaking to a few people obviously that follow and have contacted me in the past. So this is for you guys mainly, and anyone else that's obviously watching this channel to grow their business. Because it makes a huge difference for the amount of calls, just the call rate. So I run my own sort of analytics, if you want to call it that, without actually looking at the actual stats on Facebook. I just have to look at my phone with the amount of calls that come through. So that's one major factor, guys. When you want to win more work, just get into them groups, put yourself out there, make yourself feel uncomfortable at first, because when I started these videos I was quite honestly shitting myself, just Sorry for the language, but that's the way I was feeling. It was quite nerve-wracking for me. I don't like talking in front of people, but at the same time I knew there was something to give here. I knew there's something, if you enjoy and love lawns as much as I do, this is the perfect job. Max is loving it. He's starting to get used to me talking about lawns when we're driving past, or he's starting to call it out himself now, so it's good. It's what you want. You want to have that passion, because to do this every day, day in, day out, to be on a snipper like Max has been before for 8-10 hours of a day, you need to have some type of enjoyment factor, whether it's for the outdoors, being out in the greenery, especially now with all this rain, it's all lush. Yeah, it's just, won't go off on too much of a tangent, but if you're in this business, you need to look to ways to better your position, and Facebook groups is a major one. Join as many as you can in your local area, and branch out just that little bit further, because people know people. And I've had many come through that they're 2 hours away, but they've got family up here or whatever, you know, and it works out pretty well. I just find that that's the main objective of this video. I'll try and get some footage at a couple of acreages we're at today. We've had a few things happen in the business where I've had to shuffle a couple of days around. We had a big job that was an NDIS funded job, going to 2 hours now rather than a full day, simply because that's what the NDIS wants, not any other reason, which is a bit unfortunate, but at the same time you can only do what you can do when it's a government based initiative, and they're only going to allocate 2 hours when it needs at least 6 hours just to maintain it, but to do extras it was the full day easily. But unfortunately, yeah, that's what's happening for now. Anything changes, that'll be good, but if not, this is where days and jobs, people waiting months in advance, now get brought forward. And this is the thing I said to Max, I don't want to push the pages again, the Facebook pages, until after Christmas, because we're flat chat until Christmas, and we don't want to be working right up till Christmas Day by taking on all this extra work. So that's what you got to factor in as well. Once you get to this stage, it's good, you can pick and choose a bit, but at the same time it's about getting the right fit for you and your business, which for us now, it's either we fill it with 3 or 4 more acreages to fill that other day next year, or I continually just keep booking in my residential clients, because they're always after hedge trimming works, gutter cleaning, window cleaning, pressure cleaning. I've mentioned all this before, but it's just funny how it works whenever this happens. And now already it's like no need to worry. You might, when you first start out and you lose a client, you panic, it's all panic stations, but now it's actually like you can take a breath and go, all right, we've got people to fill it straight away. But it's like it's not as much pressure to fit in people. When people ask you, I feel bad because I want to retain our regular clients with other work as well. So it's a balancing act, and until we get more workers, this is what we've got to do. So enjoy, guys. I'll get some footage for you, and have a great weekend. Thanks for watching. Cheers. Bye. Hello. Alright, I might leave it there. We're going to be flat out. This is our second of 3 acreages. I'm going to roll forward, try and get a crisscross pattern here, a bit of a diamond shape, see how it turns out. Grass isn't really the right type of grass to do this type of striping with, but it might come out a bit on the camera there, but needs a little bit more moisture yet. Looks like this area compared to the other side of the mountain there, and just before it, we copped a lot more than what up here did. So we'll hopefully middle of November, it's looking like a bit more rain coming, and December as well, so looking forward to all that. But yeah, like I was talking about earlier today with the social media side of things, of course you're going to get clients that you don't particularly want initially, but that's where you've got to market yourself differently. And you've also got to look at ways of quoting without actually having to go to the job. So I use a lot of apps as well as Google Maps, obviously, to get an area or a square meterage of especially acreages, but also residentials. You can quote up all your residentials without actually attending the site, which I've found on Facebook, instant results every time. If I want a job, I typically win it. based on the fact that I know my pricing, I know my block sizes, where this can fit, etc, etc. You've got to know all of that within 5 minutes, because once people start responding on them pages, sometimes people are searching for a person like yourself, and then somebody else will recommend you. That client, potential client, will get in contact with all these other people, but then straight away just get onto them, personally message them. If you want that job, if you want that work, go that extra mile. Don't wait for them to contact you. You already see that they're after that type of work. You provide it. Contact them personally, provide a price based on if they've given their address already. If not, find that out, and then you can give a price there and then. And then usually 9 times out of 10 they come with you, and there might be 20 other people on there, and typically it's their friends or their family recommending them. It's not other clients, and you find that a lot, and that's fine. But at the same time, you want your page, and that's where my business page, I don't have that many Facebook actual friends. Majority on there are clients, or friends of the clients, or people that are interested in what I'm doing and how I'm going about it. So it's all, rather than having just pure family and friends which aren't actually going to be paying the bills, you want clients to be drawing on them page groups, etc, etc. You know what I'm saying? Once you get their head around that, it becomes a bit clearer. I know I didn't really make it very clear just then, but you'll know what I mean once you get the ball rolling. Obviously everyone's got to adapt their own little methods and how you go about it. Obviously speak fluently, clearly, to the point, very direct, and have compassion, empathy, all the rest that you normally naturally would have. If you don't have that, then that's fine, but I try and come across even through the messages in that way, very respectful, very polite, and people respond to that as well. Still, other clients, they probably won't care, but then again, a lot of them aren't my clients, so that's where you got to see what's going to work. You can have a look as well, just quickly, at their profile picture. It's all on Facebook, it's all like public knowledge, it's public information there. Have a look and you'll know straight away if it's your type of client. If not, I typically don't worry about contacting, because I just know, all right, they're not after someone that's going to be quality as much as they just want it slashed, and they want it as cheap as possible, and that's not what we provide. I've spoken about that many times. So understand that, understand the difference, and then going forward it'll be a lot easier to start winning jobs based on what you want, not what everyone else is dictating. So it all coincides, it all revolves. But like I said to Max, come early in the new year when we're looking to put on an extra worker or two, I'm going to hit the pages hard again, and you'll see what happens. You'll see how quickly the business will grow again. It's just before Christmas, I really don't need the work at the moment, and we don't need the headache of trying to fit everyone in with only 2 of us and trying to put someone on before Christmas. It's just not going to work. It's not worth the next couple of months to try and do that and push that as much as we could. We've had a pretty big year, even with COVID going on, we haven't slowed down, so it's going to be a nice little breather over Christmas, going away in a couple of weeks as well, just to relax a little bit more. We're going to have big overtime weeks just to lead up to them days off, just things you got to do. So thanks for watching, guys, and I really appreciate everyone's support via personal messaging, Instagram, Facebook, everything else. I'm glad to hear it's all working for everyone, all these little tips and hints, and to see everyone sort of reaping the rewards so soon, it's good. It's definitely what this channel was here for, and I'm happy to provide any knowledge that I can. So enjoy the rest of your day and enjoy your weekend. I'm going to go across this now, I'll get some after photos, so if you don't follow me on Facebook, jump on there as well, and jump on Instagram, we're everywhere on there, and you'll see all these works a bit more clearly than what I can sort of get on this YouTube here. I don't have enough time at the moment to record, so anyway, enough talking. Catch us. Goodbye.